So, it never happened, did it? Everyone said it was going to happen at San Diego Comic-Con. Then a month after, Disney 23, everyone's like, yeah, it's going to happen. It's really going to happen. But it didn't happen. But it kind of did happen already, didn't it? At D20. No, it did kind of happen, didn't it? At San Diego Comic-Con. You with me? Yes. Right at the end, he did say, we are working on Black Panther 2. We are working on Captain Marvel 2. Fantastic Four. Mutants. But we don't have time for that. So, what is good, YouTube? So, guys, don't really be expecting Captain Marvel to disappear. She made 1.1 billion in a debut movie. But why is there no talk about Captain Marvel 2? Well, this is pretty interesting. I've been talking behind the scenes with some credible people, and they don't even know what is going on with Captain Marvel 2 and why it wasn't announced. Seeing as Brie Larson has apparently signed a 6 to 7 movie deal contract, making much more money than anyone else before her. Apparently she made more money for her first movie than Robert Downey Jr. did for Iron Man 1. So she is very important to Marvel's plan going forward. Is this because there is a female Avengers movie coming called A-Force? And now some people seem to think that Bruce Banner's cousin, She-Hulk's going to be in the equation. I'm not really sure because She-Hulk's going to be on the Disney streaming service. But, you know, Universal own the Hulk and all the Hulk characters in the movie world. So could She-Hulk be in the movie world? Maybe. So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the pop culture based videos. So I haven't talked about Brie Larson, my girl Captain Marvel, for a while because, well, there have not really been a lot to say, but I want to talk about Captain Marvel today. So if this channel ever hits 100,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a PS4 Pro with Spider-Man PS4 Game of the Year edition because that game is absolute fire. Or an Xbox One X with Gears of War 5, which comes out shortly, as I'm presuming I won't hit that number for a very long time. So, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel, let me know down below why should I pick you. And also, as of this week, as of Friday, I will be giving away EndGame on Blu-ray for a few weeks every Friday. So get involved, subscribe to the channel, let me know down below why should I pick you. So, Captain Marvel was the stellar. She was the outstanding character in EndGame. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, no, she wasn't. She was boring as hell. But come on, guys. Seriously. She absolutely destroyed it in EndGame. Had it not been for Thanos cheating, she would have annihilated him. She really would. But seeing as Josh Brolin's variation of Thanos was the main villain, they couldn't allow the main villain to be overpowered until literally anyone that could have snapped the gauntlet. It didn't have to be Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, Iron Man. It literally could have been anyone that did the finger snap. You know, it could have been Thor, could have been Hulk, could have been your boy Warstu if Marvel ever called me up. So, Captain Marvel 2, is it going to happen? Of course it is. They've just announced Miss Marvel, Disney streaming show. And you think Brie Larson isn't going to make a cameo role in that show? Well, I hate to say this, guys, she actually is. So, if you remember a while back, there was some alleged leaks that apparently revealed the Captain Marvel 2 villain to be Michael Korvac. Yeah, and we were all waiting for the announcement Disney 23 when they say Michael Korvac is the villain for Captain Marvel 2, but that never happened at San Diego Comic-Con either. So what happened to this alleged leak? Well, to be honest, guys, the fact that there's no release date for Captain Marvel 2 tells me that it's at least going to be 3 to 4 years away until we see Captain Marvel at least in her own standalone movie. Now, I mean, it's very interesting. Black Panther 2's coming, but Captain Marvel 2 wasn't announced in the concept that we get in the release date. Now, maybe this comes down later down the road, later this year. I really can't see it coming less or maybe a bit more than a year after Black Panther 2. That would make sense to me. So let's say this Michael Korvac kind of theory, alleged leak that came on the internet months ago, but no one else has heard any information about it is true. Who is Michael Korvac? Well, Michael Korvac actually has connections to Guardians of the Galaxy and Galactus. And seeing as there is Galactus rumors from websites like MCU Cosmic, who's trying to say Marvel has plans for Galactus. So maybe this Michael Korvac story could make sense. It would make a lot of sense. He is essentially a highly skilled computer technician from, I guess you could say, the 31st century. So it could make sense. I mean, the thing with Captain Marvel 2 is it's going to be freaking fire regardless. to how they lay it out. So let's go over this leak again, because it is interesting and I never really went over it. So the alleged leak says this: Captain Marvel 2 will feature a brand new cosmic villain who is expected to have a much larger presence within the Phase 4 of the MCU that expands and will be on the movie. Well, you could scuff off the source, like most Reddit moderators have verified the poster as someone within the industry who has access to information. That being said, until Marvel confirms this, take it with a pinch of salt, as we say in England. But as all the subscribers say, take it with a grain of salt, as you guys say in America. So, according to this leak, MCU Phase 4 will feature 2 primary villains. One being a street-level antagonistic from planet Earth, being Norman Osborn. Oh, interesting, right? Because, let's hang on, the Spider-Man deal's up in Raw. Norman Osborn was supposed to be in Far From Home, but Marvel and Disney and Sony couldn't come to an arrangement because they wanted access to all 900 characters, so we can discontinue that until there's a new Spider-Man deal. And a cosmic entity that will be first introduced in Captain Marvel 2. While the first film set up the return of Guardians of the Galaxy, Ronan the Accuser, for a potential sequel, it seems like Marvel is instead hoping to introduce Michael Korvac as a physical threat to Carol Danvers. Now this is very interesting because this came out, I think it was like 3 months ago, but there's no news about Captain Marvel 2, so it will be very interesting to see if this is still the plan that Marvel has, and Michael Korvac would, shoulda, coulda, Tuda would be a very interesting villain if this is the case. But it is interesting because a lot of the other stuff in this exact same plot league could be discontinued now because the whole Marvel doesn't have access to the Green Goblin or anything like that. I mean, it also says the Dark Reign's going to come in, the Dark Avengers, the Thunderbolt, but you can't really do that without characters like Norman Osborn, unless Norman Osborn could be switched with Justin Hammer, I guess you could say. But the source of this is Reddit, so Michael Korvac could be a very interesting character as he does have ties to Guardians of the Galaxy, which should be very well connected to Captain Marvel, seeing as Ronan the Accuser did appear in Captain Marvel 1 and she literally made him look like a weakling, and then obviously we see him reappear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, so it will be very interesting. And seeing as there are ties to Galactus, the planet devourer. Side note, Darkseid is the strongest villain ever. Like, seriously. I seen a meme on Instagram where someone said, who is the strongest villain, Darkseid or Galactus? And it's just kind of laughable because anyone that knows anything about comic books knows that Darkseid is the overall OG. He is the strongest being. Darkseid is just crazy level strong. And then the post goes on to say the film would take place between Captain Marvel and EndGame. No A-Force may be needed or wanted. If you watch EndGame, you'll notice Kara is more world weary. They're looking to explain why with the sequel. The film will involve the Kree once again and the Skrulls and focus on the conflict. Kara learns of his super weapon and goes on a search, only to realize it's Korvac. She sympathizes with him. Her and Korvac bond over being guinea pigs for the Kree basics, so when he betrays her and turns heel in WWE style, she's devastated. They fight it out while Carol actually is trying to protect the Kree from Korvac, and he's defeated but scurries away, indefinitely with the idea he'd be back, more menacing on a cosmic level threat in the modern day. Maybe he returns with Galactus, maybe not. But I wanted to go over this because none of this came out at San Diego Comic-Con or Disney 23. But that really doesn't mean it's not true, because the Namor theory that everyone's got, they still think it's factually correct, even though the director for Black Panther 2 didn't come out and say Namor. Although we are hearing that The Rock could be Namor, Warstu could be Namor, anyone could be Namor. It's very interesting. So going forward on the channel, I will be talking about lots of different stuff, not just Spider-Man, Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2. So if you do have any requested video, guys, let me know down below. And I will try to keep the videos shorter from now on because I do like them better. They're easier to free flow, and yeah, I'm just trying to focus on shorter but more precise information. But I wanted to go over a few topics in this video. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later. And also, guys, if you do want to work with me, just email me, warstubusiness@gmail.com, and I will get back to you when I can. So, guys, thanks for all the love, support, hate, criticism. It all really helps me grow as a creator on this platform. So, like always, guys, I will catch you in that next video very soon. Catch you later.